Welcome, family. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about what do we need to take it to the next level. This is our first week getting back to it. Actually, it's our second week. We had a couple hiccups in our last recording, but for this week's episode, we want to touch on GPT 5.0. Jay, what are your thoughts on that?
ChatGPT 5.0 just came out, blew the doors off of everything, and everybody's talking about how exceptional it is. But to be honest, how are we going to use it in the business case? I think the phase glorified secretary is probably over. It's not overrated anymore, meaning ChatGPT is able to do some things. I think pivoting to how I was using it this week when I heard the news is just with Copilot. Obviously, you're a big spokesman on that. Just being able to go ahead and try ChatGPT 5 on Copilot. I think that the logic is there, meaning that if you're doing a marketing plan, it does a great job at telling you exactly why it's picking the information that it's picking. I think it does a much better job with me being a coder, giving me a description as to why this code wasn't working and how I can change the code. It gives me better working code. I have to compare it to Claude, but I'm a big fan because ChatGPT 5 is a game changer for me. It does more research and gives you a lot more logic as to why it came up with that.
Yeah. It does give you a breakdown of what it's doing in the background, which is helpful, especially for those who are a little bit more tech savvy. It kind of tells you what it's doing, which will help you rephrase any follow-up prompts you might have. So I think it's good for that. And then also its ability to create those artifacts for full-blown software applications, graphs, whatever you might need to lead into your next meeting. It gives you some quick and dirty ways to make information easily digestible to your audience. So great tool. I guess we'll get some more time to play with that in the next coming weeks, and we'll get to see if it stands up to the hype or not. So more to come on that one. We got any other tools for the download? Anything else?
I went to get into this NotebookLM that Jay is passionate about, making us all smarter.
Yeah, so let's roll out of the download and start talking about our topic for today that gets us away from those everyday use cases. What ingredients can I use to make dinner tonight or help me with my kids' trigonometry problem? Let's move past those and talk about some tools, or specifically one tool that helps you take your business to the next level. And that's NotebookLM, as Remy mentioned. What are your thoughts about that, Remy? Since you haven't used it much before, tell us about some cases you're thinking about using it for.
Well, I'm hoping to use it to enhance my learning ability, increase the learning curve significantly. To what I'm grasping is you can streamline the sources. That seems like it could be a wonderful time-saving tool. So I'm excited about a lot of new things that's coming in the pipeline, and hopefully that's the tool that'll help me.
Yeah, I definitely think it will. To give a summary of what Remy's mentioning, instead of using a large language model like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, Grok, it gives you the ability to choose your sources, specifically sources like YouTube, text-based sources, PDFs. You can kind of put that information there and it provides information back, or you can query that information as well. I mean, many of the other tools have something similar. Like I know I use Project for ChatGPT, where you're able to, include your sources, instructions, images, and it'll read directly from there. But it's also taking source information from online as well. So NotebookLM gives you a way of kind of controlling those sources. In the beginning days of NotebookLM, I used the audio overview, which was amazing. It takes all those sources, you tell it what you want to talk about, and it provides an entire podcast. You can control the length between two hosts. I use it for my company, EfficiencyX. Find out more there on EfficiencyExperienceWithAX.com. But it really bigged up my company, those two hosts, new company. And I sent that out to some clients. They were very impressed. They got a quick and dirty overview without having to go to the website and read through it. Jay, what are your thoughts on NotebookLM?
I think we're just scratching the surface on what NotebookLM is offering, obviously, with the new features that just came out, obviously, with video. I think, again, this is a shameless plug. If you are a Verizon Wireless customer, go and get this for $10. The reason I'm saying it's just a suite of Google, but if we're just talking about NotebookLM right now, it is free. It does have 4 unbelievable features, like you were just talking about. The voice audio, where you can create a podcast. And now with the beta version, you can actually talk to your data, have a real life conversation with those 2 podcast hosts. So I think that is a step above anything else that people are doing. I also think with the voice overview, it creates something for your team. If you have a bunch of documents and don't have time to create an SOP or anything for your training, you can put that information into NotebookLM and create a video so that way you can go ahead and share it with your team so that way you can understand the processes of your current business. It has a mind map, it has reports. I think that with school opening back up, this is exciting for me. It gives you the opportunity to go ahead and create study guides, have FAQs, timelines, and create brief docs. So that way you're able to go ahead and source your data and be able to go ahead and call on your data and have conversations with your data, whether it be audio or natural language typing. I think it's one of the best and slept on tools that we have on the market today.
Yeah. Remy, you have any use cases that you were thinking of using it for?
So I was thinking about, I'm taking on spatial reasoning. So that's, can get a little complicated and definitely different levels to it. So I wanted a quick and dirty overview, but it's definitely a topic that needs a lot of depth and it would take a lot of time. How do you think it would do on spatial reasoning?
I think it's going to do amazing because of the simple fact is that you can go ahead and add your sources to NotebookLM. Once you go ahead and add your sources, it gives you opportunity for chat where you can change the configuration to have a conversational style that fits your needs. It's going to start off on default, but it has analyst and it also has guide. It also has custom. So that way you can go ahead and kind of create the conversational style that fits your needs. And then what type of responses do you want? Long, short, or default, which is medium? It gives you the power to learn at your speed. And I think that is something that is going to help teachers. It's going to help students. And as a small business owner myself, it's going to help me because now I can go ahead and talk to my data and understand my ideal customer.
Let me chime in there too. If it was me, exactly what I would do is go to YouTube, find those people who are experts in spatial reasoning, collect all their videos, and then say, I need a study guide, right? And then it will provide, day one, do this. You can even say, I want to learn this within a week. It'll provide information back. And then if you want to expand the outlines you have for spatial reasoning from, beginner to expert, you can expand. It'll give you additional information, research information, topics, additional things you can find out from many different sources online. It's a great tool. I've used it specifically for marketing research, strategic marketing, strategic business plans based on the industry. You can go out there, collect all that information, put it in one place, and it summarizes it all together and puts a plan together for you.
Interesting. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So let me ask you this. I was thinking about a application where it allows people to tell their story and write a book for it. I don't know if it's out there or not, but it sounds like Notebook LM might have a use case for something like that. Do you see that connection or what do you think?
I guess I would say where the source is coming from. Notebook LM is mainly about sources. You can't just ask the questions out of the box, but it's really for if you have a lot of sources you want to summarize from. In that instance or example, I would say, what are the sources that a person will want to tell their story from? Is it historical archives or their diary that they've been writing for the last 20 years? It depends on the use case.
I think it would be a combination. I could record something, add documents,
Yeah.
but okay.
I'll give you a perfect use case that I just helped someone with this week. He's working with someone who wants to become a motivational speaker. So I said, all right, let's start with Tony Robbins or, Mel Robbins or whoever, you might admire as a motivational speaker. Let's get their videos and figure out the steps to become a motivational speaker. Work on my public speaking. And then I need additional information about how to work on my public speaking. Here's some options. I need to start posting on social media how many times a day. All right, here's some options. What types of options? I gave an outline on a path over the next year to get this person to be a public speaker.
That could be something good to practice for interviews.
Yep, exactly. You could collect all the information about the position, keywords in that job description, the things they might need to learn or be familiar with, information about that company. You can put all that there and give a breakdown of everything you need to learn for that interview. So, yep, powerful tool.
So, Jay, do you see anything that Notebook LM took out the really eliminated the need for in the space.
Yeah, it's going to be like your personal in-house assistant, almost like as if it's your tutor on your data. But I do think that since you're going to be learning spatial reasoning, now that you have a custom tutor, it takes out the need for you to watch hours and hours of YouTube videos
Right.
because you can pull in that data, you can pull in audio from podcasts, you can pull in PDFs, and then you can go ahead and learn at your pace. I just think that it does give you the opportunity where you don't necessarily need to hire a coach. Maybe you still want that human aspect, but you have authority in the space because you can write and cite information as you need. I'm a big fan. It feels like it does make you smarter in 10 minutes. Like it really does. Like if you want to have a topic, you can go ahead and learn something in 10 minutes. I love it.
We need to make that KC co-pilot then.
I'm already using it. So who's the idiot here?
Hey, you need to use it for everything. You are the use case. That sounds exciting. I can't wait to try it and play with it and become smarter, or at least feel smarter.
And as always, thanks for your time. We're always providing a lot of different information here. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us in the comments. We can help guide you through putting everything together, where to start, where's the middle, where's the end, what tool to use for what. Our school community will be up soon, which will have more information about. Thank you to EfficiencyX, which powers this. You can find out more there as well. Efficiency Experience with the X.com. And always make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Any parting words for today's episode?
I'm just excited to learn and level up.
Yeah, I think you're going to be greatly surprised. What about you, Jay?
I'm excited about AI always coming up. And then usually for the business use cases, I'm always excited to go ahead and give you guys some sauce so we can make sure you're learning at the pace that you need to and implementing this in your business software.
Yeah. So we're here to support you. Let us know if there's anything that we can do to help in our comments. Until then, we'll talk to you guys next episode. Peace.